Hey y'all, welcome back, and thank you for tuning in to the VKM Entertainment YouTube channel. Chris Seaton here to bring you another exciting cornhole match. This elimination game took place in Poto, Oklahoma at the Oklahoma Cornhole Association Regional between Brian Mayfield and Nolan Muncy. I watched both of these throwers all weekend making deep runs, big shots, and even bigger wins, with Nolan making it to the Elite Doubles Championship with Joseph Factor, but fell to the double dip by Connor Thompson and Jacob Foreman. We'll get to that later. Brian Mayfield proved himself all weekend, going toe-to-toe with the best throwers in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, and Texas. My question to you is, a 16-0 lead safe? Watch this match between Brian and Nolan, and you tell me. Thank you again, and please like and subscribe to the VKM Live Sports YouTube channel to find more exciting matches to come in the future. All right, this game's going to be underway. Nolan Muncy with the first bag. And I'm really excited to see these two throwers go head-to-head against each other. You know, Nolan's a roll bag thrower. Brian Mayfield is a dynamic air mailer. So he's gonna try to run bags, but he's not afraid to let that airmail fall. Nolan's starting off with not a very good first round here against Brian. Can he capitalize is the question. You really need one bag in here. Don't try to collect nothing. There you go. See, that puts you back on track. A 5 is not how you want to start the first round, but putting that fourth bag in makes a huge difference. Let's say you put that on the board, now he gives up 7. So now you give up 5 points, you limit the damage, and it's still early in the game. Brian with a 5-0 lead. As we'll take a look at our Little Rock bolt and supply camera. Brian on the left, Nolan on the right. And if you look at Brian, just looks comfortable. He's been playing a bunch of games in a row. I think he's won 3 or 4 in a row. Nolan, he's coming off of his loss in the winners bracket. There's definitely a game readiness difference between these two, and it's just a matter of time. If Nolan just has to keep Brian off of 21, he's gonna find it again as he throws another 5, and that one's gonna be 7 points. And just like that, 2 rounds in, it's 12-0. It is damage control for Nolan, down 12 points after 2 rounds. But I feel like it's a matter of Nolan just, getting into a groove, hitting your easy shots, running bags, and then once you get comfortable, then you can start utilizing your cut shot, your roll bag, your airmail. Right now, you just got to find your release. And I feel like once he finds his release, he'll be fine. And Brian's just down the middle once again. Big one for Nolan getting out of the 5 spot. He kind of fell into the five spot trap right there. After throwing 5s in his first 2 rounds, he finishes with an 8, but he gives up another 2, 14-0, with a Brian Mayfield lead here after 3 rounds. And if you're Brian, you want to get to 21 as quick as possible, because Nolan, all it takes is a flip of the switch. Figure out what you're doing wrong for Nolan, and he's going to take off. So for Brian, the main thing for him at this point is getting to 21 as quick as possible. As you see that PPR difference, a 10-6-7 for Brian and a 6 for Nolan, which is a little uncharacteristic, as he's been shooting in the high 9s, low 10s all weekend long. Fast side, and I like that shot. Who cares? Who cares if it goes or not? You're still trying to get your throw back. He's going to finish with a 10, another 12 for Brian. Makes it 16-0. Brian with a huge lead. All right, looks like we're going to get a little mini timeout, little water swig from Nolan. And I love that bag right there, right down the middle, right in front of the hole. And I feel like that second bag for Brian is probably one of the more difficult shots in cornhole. You've got a perfect block bag right in the middle, and it's, going straight up the middle and pushing that bag in and sitting in the hole is not an easy bag to do, because it's very easy for that bag to deflect off to the left or the right. Nolan's going to finish with a 12, and that's a big round for him. I believe it's a 12 on 9. That'll put him on the board. Kind of limit that lead a little bit, 16-3, but Brian's still with a commanding lead here. We'll see if Nolan keeps utilizing that block bag right down the middle, and he does try it and misses it to a little bit to the right. And I really like Nolan's second bag to be right next to that first bag. Now even more so, because you really want to get some points here. And he tried it. Again, missed a little bit to the right, but you're still in a good spot. I mean, if all these bags go in the hole, you're giving up 2 points. You still haven't given up 21. It puts him on 18. And Brian corrects himself, goes down the middle, in the hole. There it is. There's the bag you wanted on bag 2. And let's see. It's about to get interesting. Let's see what happens. Little hoppity hop, the Easter Bunny for Brian. He sits right on top. That's as good as going in. I mean, that's a pretty dang good shot from Brian. I don't know. You can see the smirk. I don't know if it was a on purpose bag or not. Looks like Nolan's going to finish with 4. Brian's got 5 showing. So right now it's 5-4. Brian has last bag. I feel like an airmail would grab that bag off the top, but we're going to get a 5:01 cornhole timeout here from Brian. And as you see, so it's 8-4 or 5-4 right now in Brian's favor. Brian has a bag in the hole. I mean, fast side down the middle, take it all, would be 10 on 6. Would be 4 points, put you on 20. Airmail drag and leaving Nolan's bag would be ball game over. He goes hard at it, and that was on the slow side, so he knocks it in 8-6. He's going to grab 2 more points, make this game 18-3. $18-3 for Brian. 10-1-7 to a 7-6-7. And I feel like, the last couple rounds, Nolan's bags have really been clicking. He looks a little more comfortable. And there's another perfect block right down the middle. It looked like that was a little roll bag attempt from Brian. And we might see a block airmail. No. He tried to sit behind it. Hard push for Nolan, and there it is. There's the Nolan we've been seeing all weekend. 12-8. I do believe. 4 points for Nolan. Put him on 7. There you go. Nolan's found in his groove now. Now for Brian, it's a matter of, all right, hey, I'm 3 points away from 21. You got to get there as quick as possible. Because Nolan's starting to figure his bags out. He's starting to get back in that game groove. Another 2-point opportunity for Nolan. Let's see how aggressive Brian gets in this round. Does he try to go after that bag? No, that almost makes it impossible. He goes for the and 2. Yeah, I'd say he's feeling a little more confident in those first 4 or 5 rounds for Nolan. He's going to grab another 3, and that'll put him on double digits, 18-10. Hey, we might be seeing a comeback of the ages. Down 16-0, down 18-0, or down 18-3. Now all of a sudden it's 18-10, and I wonder if that pressure, if Brian's feeling that pressure of Nolan getting just a little bit closer. Ooh, and bag off the back, uncharacteristic for Brian. In the hole for a guaranteed 3 points. Brian in the hole to limit the damage, and he does. 18-13. It's a ball game now. Hey, strap your seatbelts on. It's game time.
18-13. Brian Mayfield finds himself in the lead. He's been in control this entire game. Nolan's trying to come back. Just had had 4 or 5 bad rounds for Nolan, but he's still back in it. PPRs are starting to level out. Brian's got to end this thing in the next 2 or 3 rounds. This could be it. Put him on 20. No. Close. What's up, Todd? Ten-round PPR check, 9.5 for Brian Mayfield, and a 9.0 for Nolan Muncy. Nolan has more 4-baggers with 3. But Brian has more bags in the hole. That's a good bag. Pushes it out just a little bit. Little quarter turn. And I think that's a bag you can go after. You've got to throw a hard cut shot, hit right in the middle of that seam. He rotates it just a little bit. Now you can get that corner. If you really want to go after that bag, you got that corner now. He's not going to do it. In for 10. He's going to keep the game going. Oh, Brian gives it back to him. Sebastian Barger in the chat. What's up, dude? (18-13), Brian Mayfield over Nolan Muncy. This is a 5th place game. The winner of this game will get Jacob Foreman. Landon Powers calling it. Jacob Foreman comes back for the double dip. It's going to be a tall order. He's got to go through the winner of this game, AK or Levi Thau, and Gary Bearpaw. And Brian Mayfield for a chance to get on 20. It's a good bag from Nolan. Fast side off the back. Give Nolan 3. (18-16). I feel like the momentum's starting to swap onto Nolan's side of the board. He's starting to pick the pace up. Of course, that's what happens when you get lead bag. You dictate the pace, right? That bag hops all the way over. Hard push shot here from Brian Mayfield. That's a perfect bag. And for Nolan, that's about all you want. Airmail. Deep for Brian. I like the shot. And now here, kamikaze bag for 1. Take it all for the win. It's going to go on the board. It's going to be 5-on-3. It's going to be a tie ball game. Brian with an open lane. Now for a chance to win this game. 2 bags in the hole will do it for Brian. And that's a good bag. It's probably not what he wanted, but he's in a good spot. Fast side will knock it in. And that'll do it. 9 on 6. Brian's not even going to throw his last bag. Brian Mayfield survives and advances. He's going to get Jacob for